Good morning and welcome to On the Way to Church with Lucille Williams. And this morning we have Tim Williams, my son. Normally it's my husband, but today it's going to be my son and my grandson. Hi, sweetie. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Where are we going?
Church.
We're going to church. We are literally on the way to church. So I'm going to ask my son some random questions. And he's a pastor, so this ought to be some fun. All right, so Timothy.
Uh-huh.
Do pastors read their Bibles or do they just study for sermons? Or do they have devotionals? Is it hard to get your devotional in as a pastor?
So you're implying that studying for a sermon is different than reading the Bible?
Well,
which
yeah, it's not. That's true.
I think there's some pastors that can neglect. I mean, it's very easy to get stuck in the job of the work rather than your own spiritual walk. So I know me personally, I try to start my day off when I get to work by reading the Bible, doing some journaling, and that's how I keep myself from kind of getting stuck in just the day-to-day tasks.
Oh, good. Well, that was actually my real question, is how you handled it. But well done, well done. Okay, so you are a children's pastor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, sweetie pie, did you know Daddy was a children's pastor? Did you know Daddy was a pastor? You know that? Okay, cool. All right, so do you think it's important? Why is it important to have our children in church?
Oh boy, lots of reasons. One is you're starting to build the expectation for when they get older of just going to church. If they're not going to church as a kid, they're definitely not when they get older. That's just one.
There's a lot of people that go to church that didn't go to church as kids.
That's true, but statistically, if they don't get raised up in the church, they're most likely never going to go become a Christian or get involved in the church. So yeah, that's not the norm. That's the exception. For
Those
sure.
are the not as common situations. So it's important to get our kids in church for sure. Anything else?
There's a lot more. I haven't finished my coffee yet, so I'm not firing all cylinders right now.
Hey, do you like going to church?
My backpack.
You want your backpack?
It's our backpack.
You want your backpack? Yeah, we got your backpack. Do you like going to church? Uh-huh. Why do you like going to church? You want your backpack. So where's this kid's backpack?
It's right next to him.
Oh, okay. So anything else about church?
I got nothing.
So, I had my kids in church pretty much every week when they were growing up. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Being in church as a kid? Did you like going to church as a kid?
I think so.
You think so? Do you have good memories of church as a kid?
Yes.
Yes. And that's what it is. When kids are in church, they don't necessarily remember exactly what they were taught, but they remember that they were there, and they remember usually that people loved them. And that's the main thing, is just to have your kids be in a place where they know that they feel love and they know that God's love is there. Did you feel that as a kid? Did you know that God's love was there and that people loved you when you went to church?
I don't remember. But
don't
I think that has to be instilled, not necessarily remembered.
What do you mean instilled?
Like it's you learn it inherently, I guess.
Inherently.
Like it's not something like as a child you can't explain that, but it's something that you can feel. So this far out from it, I can't remember that, but I think where I'm at now, I definitely had that because of where I'm at now.
Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense. So I think it's important to have your kids in church. It gives them the foundation that they're going to need. And as you could see, I took my kid to church. Now he's taking his kid to church. Where are we going? Okay. So, important to go to church, absolutely. So thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in. I love you guys. And hey, check out my books, From Me to We and The Intimacy You Crave, straight talk about sex and pancakes. So you have a great day. Remember to go to church and always choose love, because love never fails.